Hello, welcome to BakuProject. As long as this doesn't crash on me, because people decided to do the in-game tournament, or my computer overheats,
How can I help you?
we should be good. This is going to be a general overview of the beta, closed beta, for the
Buying some cards?
Top Brawler and
We have
Vexos
good
tiers on
selection.
Patreon. Please support this game. Like, I want to see this game
Hi,
get actually
how can I help
developed
you?
more than it already is. Like, there's already a lot in this that is so nostalgic to go through. A lot of the models are actually really good for the
Buying
little
some
poly they are.
cards? We have a good
Uh,
selection.
Let's hop into it, and I'm gonna give a brief tour,
Hello.
or at least a kind of brief tour of the initial area that there is now.
Looking
It's
for a new
really small.
Bakugan? Pick one that you like. Hello.
And then I'll get into a battle and go over that. Little finicky on the controls as well. You have two options for keyboard to access your stats. You can press the escape or B key on the keyboard using the keyboard, which you should be because this is on PC. You have this wheel spin that you can do every 24 hours. Initially when you spawn, because you do spawn kind of like right here. So here is the shop with Alice. She
Buying
is
some
the most
cards?
annoying thing in the
We
world.
have a good
You
selection.
can pick from Bakugan of each of the 6 elements, and it's a constant rotating selection. And they cost HSP, which you get from winning battles. I believe it's the longer the battle, and the more Bakugan you defeat, the more HSP you get. So multi-battles are very popular. It's like I said, it's a constant rotating cast. It's a lot of this, all of the same Bakugan, but different elements. Like you can get a Preus for the traditional Aquas Preus, or you can get a Pyrus Preus. And this actually, let me go back in here. Sorry.
Looking for a new Bakugan?
Same thing goes for
Pick
ability
one that you
cards. They are segmented by attribute. And then special are character specific, which will show the attribute you selected when you created your character. But these are just for the character in general. I'm assuming these change the attribute based on which attribute you are using of that character.
Hi, can I help you?
And then gate cards, you have your character cards, which is a constant rotating just like the Bakugan themselves. The command cards, which so all these rotate. But these are very good. I say get at least maybe 1 or 2 command cards, 1 or 2 character cards, and the rest of your just traditional attribute cards of different levels. Alice's shop is over. Oh god dang it, the game just crashed. Hold please. Okay, I'm back. Wasn't really a crash, just was being stupid. But yeah, that's the shop. And just down here is going to be pretty much what I would assume is going to be your first couple battles. There's these 3 idiots, Subterra, Ventus, and Darkus.
What's up?
Ventus, Aquas, Pyrus. You know, all characters from the original show are here represented. A couple of characters from the other games. And I'm assuming, you know, if you were part of this project already, there's Naruto and Shun right here, so that alone should prove my point. This is kind of just a small little hub area. You just run around in general and battle. There are other players, because this is always online, but it will be free. It'll be completely free on official release, whenever that is. There's no official release date. So if you're gonna pay money on the Patreon, you're gonna experience crashes. This is not gonna be a polished game. There's gonna be bugs. There's gonna be points where you're gonna have a really powerful Bakugan that loses to a freaking bug on turn 1 because your NPC or other player opponent decided to spam all of their abilities. I have lost my Garganoid and Dragonoid to a Reaper using 1 single ability.
What's up? You're gonna get
Now let's get into a
kid.
battle
You don't
and
stand
actually
a chance.
see how
Field
that
open.
works. I made sure I played a good amount of this when I first booted it up so I could make this video. Well, you do have a timer, you gotta pick a card. Sharing battle.
Gate card set.
First starter, the 3 gate cards the 3 gate cards you are given to pick from, you must use in the battle. You are only guaranteed the 3 you get at the start.
Bakugan, brawl!
Let me send out Drago here, and I'll kind of cover the rest.
Bakugan, stand!
Yeah, the animations are pretty anime close. I mean, granted, obviously the Guardian Bakugan don't all have voice lines. The only one that does this is Titus. And there's Reaper. Hey, look, it's the first episode of the original series. But yeah, you get your 3 guaranteed. I had my cheering battle where Drago is, my Pyrus one, my Pyrus 100, which means I get 100 extra G power for Pyrus Bakugan.
Bakugan, brawl!
Send out a Bakugan.
Bakugan,
Select your Bakugan from this little bar down here. And your abilities.
Bakugan,
There is a 30-second timer in the bottom corner.
Bakugan, stand!
That's how long you have to make your decision.
Ability card, activate!
And you can use abilities regardless. So I'm actually going to open the gate card first.
Open.
A lot of this is done with right click. I don't think you'll ever have to use left click unless you want to cancel a decision. This should be good. I shouldn't have to use an ability card.
Ability
Here.
card, activate!
I still shouldn't have to use an ability card because I have 325 versus 280. Yeah, this is a case of the bigger number wins. It's very straightforward, simple gameplay. You'd always try to set a gate card out when you can. Do I have Backfire? I do not have Backfire. Okay. Backfire is a Pyrus exclusive ability, I believe, where you can negate the opponent's gate card. I think every attribute has its own version of that, but I'm not gonna say that it does just to cover my own bases.
Bakugan, stand!
I think because I know how this is going to end.
Bakugan, brawl!
I'm gonna hopefully not a sacrifice Garganoid here. We're going to use the G-Power one.
Ability card, activate! Ability card, activate!
Okay. You negated my ability. Okay, what's next?
Gate card, open! Ability card, activate!
The fact he opened his gate card when he doesn't have another Bakugan he can send out means he has nothing he can use. Which means my Garganoid wins. That's 2 down, 1 to go. I wish I got Boosted Dragon. So, just to end this out, I might see if I can get a 3 for 1.
Bakugan, stand!
1 Bakugan, 3 victories. It is possible. My Juggernaut has done many battles. I think he's actually one of my highest level one right now. Bakugan do gain levels. I'll go over that after this battle because it will have a screen to go over it properly with. But battles are actually very straightforward. Again, you have your 30-minute counter, gate cards, all this. All of this is point and click to activate everything. My friend. My friend, you lose. And I win.
That's my skills talk.
Very simple gameplay. I really didn't really explain much, but I really shouldn't have to because it is just that simple.
Open.
Here is the victory screen. As you can see, my Garganoid is just leveled up. That little that circle around it is its level. Bakugan gain levels as they battle. It is very inconsistent right now. There are times where I've had Drago actively lose turn 1, and he gained a level. Like, I had like very little progress for a while, and then I lost the battle once with Drago, and then he just leveled up to level 2. That's why he's level 2 now, being my newest Bakugan. Like I just mentioned, Juggernaut is my highest level Bakugan at the moment. He is almost he is working on his way to level 10, which is where my personal cutoff for a any given Bakugan is unless it's a Guardian like Drago. Just because they are just extremely powerful. Right out of the get-go. With Garganoid being my original strongest until Juggernoid decided to level up every single match. He was an example of the game just deciding that Juggernoid was my ace for a while there. But let me get over here. You have a player level. I don't think this really does anything at the moment.
Come on, let's
Rank, which means absolutely nothing right now. HSP, how much you have in total and how much you gained from the battle itself. Points, which I don't think you do anything either. How many wins you have. How many wins you have against a given NPC, I believe. How many turns it took, how long it took, and how many times you lost against this NPC. Or I think it's just in general, since you're logging in, since you logged in. I think this resets every login, every time you log in and out. So your rank is always fluctuating unless you're on here 24/7, which is physically impossible because this game crashes constantly because it is still in beta. I'm going to emphasize that a lot. This is still a closed beta. The servers are extremely unstable, especially with the tournament system currently in place, which the developers themselves have said do not use. So, pressing escape or B on your keyboard, and you have access to your settings, your rank, which again means pretty much nothing, but you can see you can see literally all of the other people who currently play. To an extent, I don't think it's everybody, because I think some accounts are no longer in use because people are like, this game is too buggy for a beta, which I don't know what they expected outside of that. I don't know what else they expected, especially for $10 a month. Your stats, your current stats of this current session that you're playing, which the X doesn't actually work. You have to press your escape or B again. Tournaments, which will tell you what active tournaments are in. Do not use that. Trade, which I haven't figured out what that does. Social, which is your party and nearby players. Your appearance, you can change your clothes on the fly. You can change your clothes and name on the fly as you choose. I don't know about element. And your collection, what you currently have. The Bakugan you have, all the ability cards, and all the gate cards, as well as what you currently are using, and your decks. You build decks. Yes, you build decks like this is a trading card game because this is. You have 3 Bakugan. This can be of any element. You just have to build the deck accordingly. You have 10 ability cards. I do recommend a mix of specialized and generic. You can have up to and the number is how many of a given card you can have. 1 card means you only have 1 copy. Period. 2 means you only have 2 copies. Period. 3 means you can have 3 copies overall, and that is the max. Character cards, unique command cards, and gate cards all falling under the same category. Bakugan are not restricted because you should only ever have 1 of every Bakugan. You should not have multiple of 1. I'm not sure what happens if you have 2 Pyrosauruses, but I think it might be you just waste your money because you already have a source. You can rename it, edit it, and all that fun stuff. You can actually change what element it is focused around. Like I have a Pyrus and a Darkus.
feel open.
My Darkus one is currently in the works. It is not done at all yet. However, given that I do have some cards that I can use with this, like that. And it should automatically just save. This is a very, very simple one, but I do think this game has potential. This game has the chance to do amazing. You have the intro from the original series on the big screens, and those are some other ones around here. And as I mentioned, you can be in a party of other actual players, against other players, or against the NPCs, because some NPCs are in groups of 3 like this, and you can actually battle them in such. The battles can go up to 3 players on both sides as a team-based fight, and 2v2 seems to be the go-to right now, but
Time to finish what
who
I
knows?
started.
We'll see.
Whoa!
Now, excuse me, well, I go and absolutely murder
Whoa!
this small
What's
child
up? Come on, let's battle.
and his sand snake.
Field open!
Oh, and the animation for the field opening is so nice. Such a nice touch that was so unnecessary. But anyway, here we go. Quartet Battle, one of my favorite cards ever, because I can just win proof. I can get Dragos and XP without actually risking him entirely. Unless you're fighting Reaper. I'll fight a Reaper. Their card is stupid.
Gate card! Set! Bakugan! Brawl!
You fool.
Bakugan! Stand!
Child, your snake is about to go to the graveyard.
Ability card! Activate!
Gate
No?
card open!
This
Ability
draw a
card!
card.
Activate!
Ability card activate!
I don't know what this NPC is doing, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bakugan brawl!
Brawl!
Bakugan stand!
2v1. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, this bug is dead. Backfire and okay.
Gate card set! Bakugan brawl!
They're trying to get Dragos in love.
Bakugan stand!
Bakugan! Brawl! Bakugan! Stand!
Yes, sacrifice your Bakugan to me, my friend.
Gate card open!
That's 2 down, 1 to go.
Set!
Gate card set!
Firewall and backfire, huh?
Bakugan brawl! Bakugan stand!
Give
Ability
Drago the
card
advantage right out of the
activate.
gate.
Ability card! Activate!
Ability card activate!
You can tell when the NPC is pushed against the wall when they really have nothing they can do against you with only a few hundred G-power difference. That's 2 victories. Ready to go.
That's our skill talking.
See, sometimes it just doesn't make sense with the XP gain. It'll be like that a lot. But yeah, it's a constant loop. You battle to get money. You use money to get Bakugan and cards. You use those Bakugan and cards to battle. Currently, again, this is just a beta. I do not want to
Bakugan, don't you? I see you
downplay
working
what
almost every
has
day.
already been developed for this game. Like, this is a fan project that is going to be completely free upon official release to everybody on itch. So please, if you are a fan of the Bakugan series, especially the classic series,
You
please,
love Bakugan, don't you?
please
I see you looking almost every day.
support this project. The servers are currently unstable. I do not recommend, if you are someone who
You really
does
love
not like a
Bakugan,
finished
don't you?
product
I
for
see you
any
looking
amount of
almost
money,
every day.
do not support it on Patreon. Wait for the full release. Even if that's another 3, 4, 5 years down the line. But for the love of all that is holy, this is Bakugan. Like, original Gen 1 anime-styled Bakugan battling on an online multiplayer setting. Something that Spin Master themselves have never actually done, or at least any of the companies that made games for Bakugan originally did.
Buying some cards?
A lot of them were single-player action adventures with multiplayer side games. Like there was no real like you can literally talk to people like an MMO. Like this is an MMO for Bakugan. The grind and all that, grinding and everything included. So please, please, I beg you, support this project. Support this project even if you don't want to download the game itself right now. Just $5 a month for the lowest tier, which will eventually have access to the beta itself if you ever decide you want to crack at it. Once that becomes an option, or you can just pay the extra $5 and pay a full $10 every month for access anyway, which is what I did. I went into this wanting just to play it, see if it's worth it, and then cancel my pledge if I felt it wasn't worth it, but this is worth my money. This is what I expected when I saw Bakugan Fan Project closed beta. Was a laggy, but still fun and enjoyable little side game you can just play. You can just open and hopefully, if the servers are up, just play for a few minutes to a few hours. Now, if you excuse me, I have some children to murder.